Good morning. Good morning. Wow, good shape, right? So welcome to this advanced flow session, how to become a flow superhero. So it's an advanced session, just to make sure that you're aware that I'm going to work very fast. How many people here have used flow? You're supposed to have used flow, right? Okay, good, good. So actually, this is the second advanced session. So actually, this is kind of a advanced session part 2. The previous one, so I gave the session yesterday, so you can watch the recording if you want. So I split some topics in the 2 sessions. There is some overlap between the 2 sessions. How many people did attend the previous session? Okay, so I have to re-explain some stuff. Okay. So here, and like in the previous session, I would like to share my experience after using flow during 3 years in real enterprise flow project. So what you will see come from this experience. Okay, so I've been using flow almost every day, except on Saturday. That's my day off, right? So, but voila. And this is what we have on the agenda. So many topics you need to go through if you want to become a flow hero. You can buy a cap. It doesn't work, I tried. Okay, but you have to work hard. So my name is Dr. Flow, or maybe Dr. Power Automate. My mom called me Sergio Luca. I'm MVP in Office 365 and MVP in business application. And I come from Belgium, a very small country. Any Belgium in the room? No. Yeah, 1. Okay. So 2. Yeah, nice. So we have a king, right? A real one. So if you want to become a superhero with flow, you have to make IT happy. How many people are from IT here? Yeah. IT, most of you. Business? Business people? Less. Okay, so you're IT. So the thing is, I am also from IT, but when I use the Power Platform, I work more and more in business-driven project, right? So it's a different culture. So as a consultant, I need to make IT happy because communication between IP and business can be very complicated. They don't live on the same planet. And they're right, both. Okay? So, and I'm actually working on a kind of a Power Platform architecture reference guide. And what I'm going to show you is one of the first piece of this guide. So working with IT is like a dance, right? So you need to find a good balance, the good rhythm, but that's very important. And to make IT happy, because with the business, when you work with the business, you iterate very fast. You create a lot of prototype, you include new business requirement, you want to deploy quickly, etc., etc. So it goes fast. And the IT is not used to this way of working. So talk to IT, be ready to talk to IT, or talk to the business, or if you're IT, you might be part of the business, temporarily, right? So that's really a complex issue. So it's not a technical issue, it's a human issue. Master licensing. My licensing changed recently. I don't want to be negative about this, because there are many nice features in the new licensing model as well. But sometimes, depending on the business budget, you might have to change your architecture as well. So you will see that, an example of this. Support model. When you create Power Platform application, you create quick application. But at the end, someone needs to support that. So don't forget, this is important. Otherwise, you'll get wild application. And this can have an impact on the business. Monitoring. You will deploy many flows, many Power Apps, and then you need to keep a trace of them. So monitoring is very important. Oh, someone is calling me. Is it my mom or what? No, hit enter at this time. So also application lifecycle in the Power Platform, specifically in Flow, is still quite weak. There are new components coming up. So new Azure DevOps components that are in preview that will allow you to quickly deploy from dev to test to production. Okay. But in the meantime, what I do is I extract my flow, so the zip file, I unzip the document, I unzip the zip file, I make a change and replace, because when you use, for instance, SharePoint list, well, the flow is linked to the SharePoint GUID, which is not the same as the one in dev, test, etc. So you have to change that. So I quickly make a change and replace of these things. It takes 10 minutes per flow. By the way, if you do that manually, there is a new tool that can automate that for you, which is UI flow. Right? So if you do something manually, then you can automate that by using UI flow to deploy your flow. Right? Think about it. Also, I'm working on this architecture guide, and this is the first building block that I'm going to show you. I call that power architecture, and the power architecture looks like this. So I present my Power Platform application in layers. So we have the storage layer. In the storage layer, we have SharePoint list, SharePoint document libraries, SQL Server, analysis service, common data service, and many others. On top of that, we have the business layer. In the business layer, we have flow. And then we have a UI layer, which is a user interface layer, where you can have your SharePoint forms, Power Apps forms, your Dynamics forms, your SharePoint views, your search. And in many cases, you need an analytics layer, because the business wants to get some insight about how the business process goes, right? So, and that's where we put Power BI. So in this layer, I put the data set, I put the report, and I put the dashboard. But I include the data set in there. So we need to present our application in a way that IT can understand. Also, your application can crash. So you need a logging layer as well. We'll talk a little bit more about the logging layer later. And usually here, I use Azure Application Insight to centralize my flow errors. We'll get back to this. Also, you have a communication layer, because your flow will send notification, send message, send approval to people. So IT must be aware that there is a communication layer, which usually use Exchange. You can have other layers, and that's important to mention that, because, for instance, let's say you want to create a flow that takes several PDF and merge all these PDF in one single PDF. There's no out-of-the-box component for doing that. Even Adobe doesn't provide that in Flow. So you might have to buy third-party connectors. The problem is your data classification might not allow your document to go outside. Some of my documents are highly confidential and secret. So IT will never authorize the document to leave the company. So this needs to be mentioned to IT. So communication between the layers is the following. Direct communication between UI and storage layer. Indirect communication, for instance, if you create Power Apps forms, you embed your Power Apps in web parts in SharePoint, for instance. Your Power Apps will call flow to call the storage. This can improve your Power Apps performance. You don't have a choice. If you want, for instance, to call a SQL Server store procedure, your Power Apps has to call a flow. And of course, the analytics layer will be fed from the storage layer. And the flow will communicate with the logging layer, and flow will communicate with the communication layer. Okay? Make IT happy, because let's say I work for the business. IT will have to create a service account or a maker account for creating your flow and your Power Apps in production. You might have a development tenant for you, right? You do what you want in it. But in production, you need to rely on IT to do that. And you will provide them with your zip, your package, or your solution. And the love story can start between IT and the business, right? Love can be complicated. Next, make your code maintainable. Document your code. I will show you how. Comment your code. Use a lot of scope. I will illustrate that. There are some reusability patterns. Don't write the same code again and again and again. Try to reuse it. I will show you how. Filter early, because if you fetch data from the backend, if you don't filter early, somehow you'll have to filter that in your flow. So this will make your flow more complex. So you can keep it easy. Use select. Select is a very nice action in flow. It has the benefit of behaving like an array, but in the select, you can have your field completely independent on your data source. So you protect your application against some schema change in the data source. I will show you that. And naming convention. Follow a naming convention. Whatever naming convention you want, but stick to it. Don't change it. First demo. Code maintainable. So let's go there. This is a flow that I've illustrated in my previous session. I just want to focus on the maintainable side. First, in every flow that I create, I have a first action compose, which is documentation. I define the goal, I define the version, the authors, or it needs to be deployed if I use premium features. As simple as that. Before creating the flow, IT might send me some policy document that I need to sign. Like, if you create a private flow, your private flow must start with the word private. If the flow is used by a service or department, then it should not have private, for instance. It's an easy convention. Okay, you can enforce that. You can create a flow that checks all this stuff. Right. Okay, next. In this flow, I've often have a component, so a compose, where I specify if I work in debug mode or production. Because sometimes I test some things. You will see some kind of example that I do. Also, I specify if my flow use premium or standard license. For the compose, I don't provide any specific name. I don't specify compose because there is a specific icon for that. But when I use variable, I specify initialize variable, something, you see? Next, I've always have a try and a catch. I will get back to error handling later in the session. So every flow have a try and a catch. And I always use scope. So when you read a flow, you need to be able to understand it, what it does at high level. That's very important. So for instance, this flow calculate the time for my automatic timesheet. I will create a system that batch automatically when I get in an area by using the geofence localization trigger. So it makes the time calculation for a specific month. Report generation and communication is send a report to the user. Okay, I don't want to get too much into the details of this. And also, yes, I comment my action when it makes sense. Okay, so that's easy. So make your code, make your flows fast and scalable. Most of the time, a flow can take a while to complete. We don't care. Some flow, you take a document, you put a document in SharePoint document library, you fill in the metadata, and the document is sent somewhere else. I mean, it does not matter if it takes 5 seconds or 10 seconds or 1 minute. Sometimes, when there is a UI interaction between the user and the flow, which is important, like if you use a Power Apps, you call a flow and you wait for the flow to return some value, then your flow performance matters. So in this case, how can we improve that? Avoid or minimize usage of variable, because variables are protected against multi-threading access. If you have a loop, because when you run a flow runs in multi-thread. When you make a loop, you have multi-threading running in your loop, right? So the variable is protected against racing condition. So it takes some resource. That's why it's a little bit slower. So use compose as much as you can. So minimize variable. Sometimes you need variable, of course, but use compose as much as you can. Less loops. You can minimize the number of loops. You will see an example. Use concurrency. When you do a do for each, so an apply to each, sorry, there is a settings a setting that shows you that you can apply multi-thread. You can say, I want my loop to run on 20 threads. We'll show you that. That's important. It's easy. Use batch. Instead of sending one request, a second request to some connectors, you can batch all these requests together in one shot and you get the return back. So that's improved performance. Filter on the server first, because when you bring data from the server, for instance, you connect to a SharePoint, a SQL Server database or a SharePoint list, you might have to filter. So in the connector, in the action, you can specify filter by. So the filtering will happen on the server, not on the flow. And if you want, you can use the filter action. So I will illustrate all this stuff, right? So code running fast. So this flow just return information from a SharePoint list. So I have a SharePoint list called expenses or travel expenses, and I want to get the status. I want to get all the expenses where the status is rejected. So of course, you can create an array with a variable. You can call SharePoint, get items. You fetch the data from your list. You have an apply to each, and in the apply to each, you check if the status value is equal to rejected, and then you add it into the array variable. That works very well, but it's slow. Because you bring everything there. Your loop has to go through everything. Also, you can improve that if you want by applying concurrency. So in the settings here, you can say, I want my loop to run on 20 threads. So instead of taking 30 seconds, it might take 3 or 4 seconds. Impact is huge. And it's free. It does not require a premium license. So what you can do also is this. You grab data from the server, all the data, and you can use filter array. Filter array, so you just bring your data from the server, and you can filter here. Just specify the status, dot value, because here it's a choice in my SharePoint list, so I need to specify value, is equal to rejected. The benefit of this is you don't have to create an array variable. This is the array. It's there. It's filtered. And it's damn fast. I don't know how they do that, but it's very, very, very fast, very performant. Filter array. Now, the best practice is to filter on the server. So you can define in many action a data filter. So status equal rejected. So you only bring what you need to flow. You can also use a select statement. So you can connect an array to the select statement. And let's say in the data source, you have the following field, title, amount, status, value. You can work with your own field, expense destination, expense amount, expense status. The benefit of this is that if for any reason the column change in the data source, your flow can still work. Or you just have to adjust your flow in one place, in the select. But the rest of your flow can still work with the field that you want. Okay? So that's easy, and that can change everything. Manage errors. Errors happen, and you can minimize the errors. Of course, you know the question mark operator that you can use if you want to get a field value. If the field does not exist, use question mark. You return something empty. That's nice, good practice. By default, everybody should do that. Use coalesce function, because some operator in flow, when dealing with null value, crash. It's the case of the switch, for instance. There are others as well. So you can say, if it's null, then returns whatever you want, like undefined, for instance. We'll show you that. That's important. So your application can crash, so log information locally so that the business can take a look at your flow status locally. Typically, I use a SharePoint list just for keeping a trace of my flow errors. But also, this must be centralized because IT must be aware that somewhere the flow crashed. And there are different ways to do that. let's take a look at that. Manage errors. So this is a flow with a try and a catch. That means I have a try scope, I have a catch scope, and the catch will run if the try failed. So as failed is skip or as a timeout, right? So that's by default, every flow should do that. And then in the catch, I do this. I have a compose where I use the result function. And result, you can pass the action that you want to analyze. So I want to analyze try. So this will return an array with all the action status of try. And then you need to filter, by using the filter array, by the way, on all the action where the status is failed. And when you find, you can go through each of them, and you can store this information to a SharePoint list, for instance. And that's for the local logging. And you can centralize that somewhere else, like in Azure Application Insight. There are other ways to do that. Some customer actually create a ServiceNow ticket. You can create a ServiceNow ticket right here. There is a ServiceNow action if you want. So depend on your company policy, right? So that works. So typically in my flow, and usually when I use SharePoint, I put that in SharePoint, so I can do this. And what I store is, I store many things. I store the details of the action that failed, but I also store the flow run. So IT can copy that, the run, and can start debugging my flow. So IT know exactly which instance of a flow crash. Okay. Okay, so somewhere did not work here. So when I log this in SharePoint list, for instance, I provide action name, the error status, error description, and the flow run. Okay, that's very cheap and easy to do. So this slide illustrates Azure Application Insight, but again, that's one application among many others. That's for IT. Of course, your flow errors will show up in the Power Platform Analytics. So in the Administration Center, Power Platform Administration Center, you can get the analytics of all your flow, including the flow that crash. However, you won't see the flow if the guy who did create the flow did hide, where is it? Didn't show the error. Because here, when something wrong happened, you need to put a terminate and please specify fail so that the IT will be alerted. We'll see that in the administrative console. So don't hide flow that fail, right? IT must be aware of that. That's important. So please use terminate fail in this case. Now the limitation. So every tool has limitation. In every session, I show this slide that changes all the time. So I change it every 2 weeks. Limitation in flow. Flow duration, 30 days. If you want to go beyond 30 days, well, there is a pattern that I've proposed last year that I've called a controller pattern. You can try this one. I will illustrate that later in the demo. There is a lab. So if you try to find the flow in 1 day training material, the last lab illustrates the controller pattern. There is also a video that I did on YouTube with John Levesque that illustrates that if you want. But I will show you how you say that. Flow approval duration was 30 days. Now, flow duration can take forever. If you want to manage that, you can use the common data service trigger in a dedicated flow. When a record is updated, you analyze the approval entity. Or you can use a controller pattern. 250 action per flow. You want more, you can have a flow that calls another flow, or you can raise a ticket to get more. Loops, 5,000 iteration in a do until. 5,000, yeah, you can have embedded do until if you want. That works, so you can go beyond 5,000, but it's getting slow. 5,000 in apply to each. If you buy premium, you get 100,000 in apply to each. No, until recently, there was no guest access. Now guests can take part of approval, for instance. That works if IT define the guest in Azure Active Directory and assign an Office 365 license. Okay? So today, if you do that, so guests can take part, guests can even create flow in your tenant with some limitation. Personally, I don't like that, but anyway, there are limitations. No state machine, there's no state machine. How many people know what a state machine is? State 1. Damn, you are from IT, right? So I will show you what state machine is. Code reusability is kind of weak. So again, you can try the controller pattern to get more reusability. Application lifecycle management and DevOps story is still quite weak, but as I mentioned before, the Power Platform Azure DevOps component are in preview, so you will be able to easily deploy from dev to test to a UAT to production. You cannot resume a flow. So when a flow crashes somewhere, you cannot restart it from where it crashed. This is the roadmap. You can create any number of flow instances that you want, but there is something new, which is API call limitation. So you cannot, well, an API call is like calling an action or calling a connector. So you are limited to 500 calls per 5 minutes per user in a floating window. So this is the kind of, they try to avoid some peaks. And per 24 hours per user. So if you have an Office 365 license, it's 2,000 per 24 hours, which should be enough for most people. You can buy add-in for the account if you want to get more API run. Make your code reusable. So most of you don't know what a state machine is. So if you want reusability, there are different ways to achieve that. Loops, create loops. Example, loops with switch. I will get back to this. Flow call flow. There are different ways to achieve flow call flow. Creating a custom connector. That requires premium license. Let's show me 2 business cases. A user publishes a legal document. This document must be validated by a group of people called advisor. If it's validated, then it will go to a group of people called secretary office. If it's validated, then the big boss will validate the document. That's easy to implement in Flow. The problem is if someone rejects. Big boss reject, you get back. So you have to rerun the code for secretary office. Reject, you have to call advisor. Reject, call user. Boss can redirect to secretary, can redirect to advisor, can redirect to user. So you need some reusability pattern. Second example that I will show you the implementation, submit a travel expense. An employee submit a travel expense. The expense must be approved by a first line manager. If the first line manager doesn't react on time, then it will be escalated to a big boss. If the big boss doesn't react on time, the big boss will be asked to approve again and again and again until he reacts. Okay? So that's also, we need some reusability here. Also, because when you are dealing with approval, business can come to you, it happened to me. We would like to minimize the number of approval because people get bored of getting all these emails for approval, right? So you need to find a way to minimize that. And also, 6 months later, business come back to you and say, do not approve if you are reaching the maximum expense limit for the company, right? So keep the expense in pending mode. So to fix that, last year, I started using the controller pattern. How can you do that? A flow can run only 30 days, so you need to find a way to do that because my approval can take more. So we have a first, when you create a travel expense, this starts the first flow. I call that a launcher flow. And the launcher flow will call another flow, one for the line manager approval, which has a timeout, one for the big boss. So when the launcher calls the line manager will wait. The approval will be sent to the line manager. But the system, how can the system know that it must first ask the line manager to approve and next the big boss? Because you need a guy in the middle that we call a controller. So which is another flow, a service flow. So launcher start a controller. Controller will start line manager. Line manager will wait. It will get an approval request. If the line manager doesn't respond in time, it will send a message back to the controller with timeout, or approved, or reject. So if it's timeout, then the controller will redirect that to the big boss. Same thing. Message will be sent back to the controller. If it's timeout, the controller will restart the big boss again and again. So these are stateless flow. After maximum 30 days, you get a timeout, the controller can restart them automatically. I've tried to have a flow calling another flow directly, but then you end up with spaghetti code. So you need a controller. So this is, I take actually the model view controller inspired me to do this kind of things if you're a developer in the room. So there are different ways to implement the fact that a flow calls another flow. The first time I did implement that by creating a service flow, so with the trigger when an HTTP request is received, and I've called a flow by using the HTTP action. Worked perfectly well. The problem is the flow team make that premium. So I did another implementation. You just put a message in a database table with the flow ID and the expense information that you want, which trigger another flow. It worked absolutely well, very robust. Then the team made it premium. Then I use a service bus, Azure Service Bus. I put a message in the queue. I like disconnected architecture. We are all from IT, so we are geeks. We are between us, right? So I put message in the service bus, which trigger flow, extremely robust, very fast, very nice. Guess what? So I didn't take that personally, just a little bit. And I've used a SharePoint list to put a message. And this will never be premium. Never. Never, never, never. Now there is a new action that I will show you if I have the time, which is run a child flow. There are still some missing feature in this action. You can only run that from a flow in a solution. So you need to master approval. And in the demo, I will illustrate approval escalation, controller pattern, and mastering approval. So this is my expense portal. I have expenses. This portal has been created in Power BI. That is this page. And my data are stored. You can see here, it's a little bit small, but you can see the status, approve, in progress, rejected. So some data are powered by flow. And the data are stored in a SharePoint list, in this case. I've actually I've done that for an hedge fund company, so it's not exactly in SharePoint list, but anyway. You can see the status for every expenses. Sometimes we have reached the corporate limit for this month, approve, reject, etc. And when you put an expense, a flow starts. This is the launcher flow when a new expense is created. Okay. By the way, I've used something new, which is this flow settings, which is the trigger condition. So you can prevent the flow from starting if all the conditions are not met. If amount column is empty, for instance, then your flow won't start, which is nice, right? So you use that. That's very nice. Anyway, so my flow, this is a launcher flow. And if you remember the architecture, the launcher flow called a controller, so which is a web service, and I pass information regarding the item that need to be approved, flow ID, etc. And the controller will call the line manager approval stage, which in this case is a web service. And what I want to show you is this. Here, I'm asking the line manager to approve. So I'm using the two-step action, create an approval and wait for an approval. So I did this because one of the benefits of this action are, the first is you can create in one flow, you can wait in another flow, as long as you provide the approval ID. The second is create approval, provide you with an adaptive card. How many people know what adaptive card is? Okay, so let me show you. And I've posted the adaptive card as to the user directly. So if I show you what the line manager gets, the line manager gets this. Where is it, the last one? Yeah, this. So in your approval, you can brand the request. So you can put your corporate branding, whatever you want. I've even changed the logo for the approve button, reject button. And the user gets that in the chat directly. You see? So that's one of the benefits of adaptive card. So if you want to play with adaptive card, you can go to adaptive card IO designer. You can design your adaptive card, change things, whatever, right? So I recommend you that. So let's go back to the thing. And of course, create approval. And here I've brand approval. So that's where I change my approval request. Okay. And I pass that to the team. That's a new action. I send the adaptive card branding. And I wait. And then if the guy, oh, sorry. No, I don't want to add a new action. If the guy doesn't answer on time, then I will fall back to this scope. And very important, if the approval timeout in the new action, it remains in the approver dashboard, which is crazy. So you have wild approval, even though it's timeout. So you have to remove them. So remove them by using the update a record action that will go to common data service. You just pass the approval ID and you say complete, expire, and your approval will be removed from the requester. That's very important. It didn't behave like this in the previous version of approval, right? So the team will provide a standard action, so an action in the standard license for doing that. Okay, and then if it's timeout, I call the controller and I say, I'm line manager, I'm in timeout. And I provide more additional detail, you see? So watch my previous session video to get more insight about how that works, okay? Okay, right. So I've been using that in many projects. It runs perfectly well, very robust, very extensible. Because I'm working on new generation where I will put a new branch, which is listen to reaction, that will analyze the approval change from CDS. So that's something I'm currently working on. Use AI. AI, well, I mean, AI is AI. However, there are some business cases where AI can be very interesting. For instance, one of my customers asked me to minimize the number of approval. And the way I did this is by using machine learning. So I did create with my colleague, Isabel van Kampenhout, a machine learning that analyzed the previous approval. So the machine can guess that, hey, if you ask for a travel to Las Vegas, 900 euro or dollars, and that's entertainment, the machine will reject that automatically with some probability based on the previous approval done by humans. So we add a new branch here to the flows, well, to the controller pattern, which is virtual boss. And the virtual boss can say, I approve, I reject, or I don't know. So you get the probability. And this is what it looks like, the machine learning in Azure Machine Learning Studio. And just quickly, the virtual boss looks like this. It's a service flow. You just call the web service, which is machine learning. It's a web service. You pass information about the expense, and you analyze the reply. You analyze the probability of this reply. You check if the probability is high, is greater than 0.8. And if it's not, then you get back to the controller and you say, I don't know. And the controller will ask a human then. And that did have a huge impact on the business. So we did it last year, and it worked very well. Now, there is a new way to do that. So you can use AI Builder. So what I've done as a test, I haven't done that in production. So you have to create an entity with these fields. For instance, in my case, I define a field amount, category, and location. You can select a prediction model in AI Builder. You can train the model. After several minutes, you get a rating, if the model has enough data, for instance. And then, if you want to make a prediction, you use create a record on your entity. I've called the entity virtual boss. You pass the data. There's someone from Belgium. I put Antwerp. Who's from Belgium again? You, right? So, and at the end, you should get a probability. It didn't work because it was in preview, but normally this should be a probability, right? So it's easier than using machine learning. Anybody can make prediction. That's nice. There's a licensing cost, which is €500 per month. So, learn and use Power Apps. You cannot do serious work in Flow if you don't know Power Apps. Okay, so you have to learn Power Apps. However, I don't want to show you what Power Apps is. I want to show you what you need to know about Power Apps when you have Flow guy, which is this. Let's say we have Alex. Alex call a Power Apps that call a Flow. This Flow run with the service account. Let's call that Flow service account, right? And the Flow access SharePoint list. So the question is, who access the SharePoint list? Alex or the Flow service account? Who say the Flow service account? Who say Alex? Who say I don't know? Hey, you are machine learning. I don't know. You have right. So it's Alex. Alex access SharePoint, which is nice by default. That's how it works in Power Apps. The user, the user identity flows to the Flow. That's nice, but it can be annoying sometimes. So to solve this, you can do this. Same Flow, but the Flow send a message somewhere in the SharePoint list, in the SQL Server database, whatever. This will trigger a Flow running with, let's call that a Flow service account, and the Flow service account will access SharePoint, which means that it's an automated flow, it's not linked to the end user, and the Flow service account will access that. Okay, so you are completely independent. So you have some kind of elevation of privilege. So that is important. The other thing is, there's another benefit of that. Should I say it? Yes, I will. That accidentally, you don't have to buy premium for the end user. Because if your Power Apps call a Flow that call a premium feature, like for instance the word connector, then normally your Power Apps, you need a premium license for the Power Apps user, for every Power Apps user, right? So in this case, it's completely disconnected. So you don't have to buy a license for the end users, for the 10,000 end user, because that's how it happened, right? You need a per flow account. So per flow means you buy, it's $500. You get 5 per month. You get 5 flow, and it's unlimited. You can do whatever you want. You can serve the whole company if you want. So it's better than buying one premium license for 10,000 people, right? So in this case, use the per flow license, not the per user license, per flow license. Okay. Let's illustrate this. I have a flow, so I have a Power Apps application that allow anyone to create a team. The thing is, in this company, the naming convention is quite complex. And demo x1. And when you do this, the Power Apps call a flow, the flow call the graph, and the graph create the team. Calling the graph requires premium, right? So it can take a while. It takes maybe less than 1 minute. Less than 1 minute, yeah. Working on it, yes. Now, if you want, there is another way, which is you call the flow that put a message. Let me check the other one. Yeah, it has been created. And you can do this, team underscore, let's call that Ignite 2019, test x2, create Puff, he called the flow put a message in a list, and that's it, it's done. You see, it's done, and the flow will creating your stuff. So the name was TextX2, let's go to my team, and yeah, that is the first one. So the second one should show up, might take a bit more. But then you see your Power Apps is completely disconnected, and that's legal, that's legal. I know licensing is a bit, yeah, here we go, it's there. Okay, so that's important. Last advice, learn and use the Microsoft Graph. Microsoft Graph is very, very important. There are many calls that you need to be able to do, many actions that you don't have yet, so you have to rely on the Microsoft Graph. The business cannot do it. For instance, in my case, to create a team, it was a little bit more complex than I expected, because to create a team, I had to create a group. And to create a group, I have to make sure that I don't have a group, an existing group with the same name, so you have to call the Graph API, so you have to create an application in Azure ID, you have to get a client ID, a secret ID, right? That's something that the business cannot do. IT should do that for them, right? You can hide that in custom connector, okay? And you have to create the group, and then if the group does not exist, let me show you that, create the group. If the group does not exist, you can create it, and then you have to attach a team. Attaching a team does not work in the first place. You have to try several times. First time you'll get an error. You have to try again until you get to a 1. So it's a bit complicated, right? But learning the Graph API, calling the graph is very important. And just to finish on this, learn and use Power BI. Interaction between Flow and Power BI are the following. We have a Flow. Flow can connect to data source, can interact with different data source. And if you want to get to on-prem, you need premium license. Now, data source can be connected to Power BI. In Power BI, you can create data set that grab the data provided by Flow. You can create complex reports. You can also, from Flow, create streaming data set. So if you change something, your report automatically change. Your Power BI, in Power BI, you can create data alerts. Data alerts can start Flow. In my case, if you remember, if people achieve more than the maximum limit of expenses, then all the Flow must stop running, right? So the way I did it is I did create an alert in Power BI. The alert ran a Flow that put some variable somewhere in a SharePoint list. So there is a Power Query action in Power BI, in Flow. There is a new action which is refresh dataset. That's very new. And in the future, probably this year or beginning of next year, we'll have a way to, from Flow, query data stored in the dataset by using Power Query. So you will be able to send DAX expression. So conclusion, we are 1 minute late. There is more than that. There is more than what I show you. Because learn adaptive cards. Adaptive cards are very, very important. It's an industry standard. We'll see more and more applications that are adaptive card compatible. Team is one of them. Learn the Power Apps portal. Learn the Common Data Service. Learn Microsoft Forms, Azure Function, Service Bus. If you have enterprise integration, the Service Bus is very important. Azure Event Grid as well. Azure API management. If you want to protect your web service flow, so service flow, you need to use Azure API management. In my previous session, I showed you how to do so. Okay. Learn SQL Azure. So there are so many things to learn. Flow is just the grid between different components, but you need to know the component. Thank you very much.